Former First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, to succeed, she had to break all barriers.
Just like this one.
Barrier number 1, growing up with limited opportunities. Michelle Obama was raised in a modest apartment on the south side of Chicago. Her parents worked hard to provide for their family. Her father, Fraser Robinson, worked for the city despite suffering from multiple sclerosis, and her mother, Marion Robinson, stayed home to raise Michelle and her brother, Craig. While the household was filled with love and values, the world outside wasn't always so nurturing. Schools in her neighborhood were under-resourced, and expectations for young black girls were often unjustly low. At Whitney M. Young Magnet High School, a selective public school in Chicago, she had to take a long bus ride every day. But she made the journey without complaint because she knew education was her ticket out.
How she overcame it? Michelle overcame the limitations of her environment by embracing education as her foundation for success. She didn't let a lack of wealth or prestige determine her path. Instead, she leaned into her work ethic, constantly striving for excellence. Her family provided emotional strength and reminded her daily that she was just as capable as anyone else. She used every academic achievement to move forward, eventually earning a spot at Princeton University, an Ivy League school that would come with its own set of barriers.
Barrier number 2, navigating racial isolation. Attending Princeton was a dream come true for her, but it came with serious emotional challenges. As one of the few black students on campus, she felt isolated. Many of her peers came from wealthy families and elite private schools. Coming from a working-class background, she felt the weight of imposter syndrome, the nagging feeling that she wasn't truly qualified to be there. A high school guidance counselor had once told her she wasn't Princeton material, fueling her inner doubts. Even at Harvard Law School, she found herself in classrooms where few people looked like her. Professors and classmates sometimes made assumptions about her intelligence or background, assuming she was accepted because of affirmative action rather than merit.
How she overcame it. Michelle chose not to shrink herself or conform to the expectations of others. Instead, she focused on building confidence through action. She studied hard, stayed focused, and sought out supportive networks of students of color who shared similar experiences. Michelle realized that her background didn't make her less than, it made her stronger. Her story, her upbringing, and her determination were assets, not liabilities. By choosing to fully own her identity and value, she not only earned her degrees, she earned self-respect and long-lasting resilience.
Barrier number 3, being the black First Lady under public scrutiny. When Michelle Obama stepped into the role of First Lady in 2009, she entered uncharted territory. She was the first black woman to hold the position, and with that came historic pressure and scrutiny. Everything she did, from the way she dressed to the tone of her voice, was critiqued, often through racial and sexist lenses. Media outlets called her angry, too outspoken, or unpatriotic. Some even questioned her intelligence and called her un-American simply for speaking her truth. Unlike her predecessors, Michelle didn't have the luxury of being seen as neutral or traditionally feminine. She had to navigate the harsh reality of being a visible black woman in a role previously occupied only by white women.
How she overcame it. Michelle fought back not with anger, but with grace. She refused to conform to stereotypes or silence her voice. She launched successful initiatives like Let's Move, Reach Higher, and Joining Forces, proving that she wasn't just a symbolic figure, she was a force for real change. Her authenticity became her greatest strength. Through public speeches, interviews, and eventually her best-selling memoir, Becoming, Michelle Obama told her story on her own terms. Her iconic phrase, "When they go low, we go high," became more than just a motto. It was a strategy for handling hate with integrity. By staying grounded in her values and committed to the greater good, she not only survived the scrutiny, she became one of the most beloved First Ladies in American history.
Remember to watch all the episodes on this.
I hope to see you again.
And remember, to achieve your goals, you must
Break all barriers.